much of a piano player. Hi, I'm Blake Cooper. Welcome to Cooper Music. It's great to have you here on the website and in our store. I'd like to take the time to thank you for coming and maybe give you a little bit of a tour. We started in the piano business back in 1906, and I'm the fourth generation. I started in the store when I was 10 years old, and I'm proud to say that I've carried on a legacy that started with my great-grandfather. You know, I was in rock bands growing up, and it was a marvelous time in my life. You know, going from one place to the next, playing music, and I quite frankly thought I was going to grow up and be famous. Who cares? But you know, it's funny, I was very fortunate to have kind of a life that was like a college education, and being able to not just enjoy music and from a participation standpoint, but understand how it's important in the community, and you know, how it's a part of our lives. Just to give you an example, we gave a piano to Children's Hospital for them to use in their kidney transplant center, so that when the children came in to have operations and you know, be checked on, the piano would be playing. It's an automatic player piano that plays, and you know, even though you know I come from those rock and roll roots, I want to give something back. You know, I want to give something back to the community, just because you know. Not that I've sold a lot of pianos, but I've really helped a lot of joy. And, you know, they didn't buy from us, but I wanted them to have it because I knew when these children came in that it would help them. You know, and it's proven that you know, music participation increases growth hormones, melatonin levels in the bloodstream. Things happen physically because of music. So I feel obligated, you know, to try and do the things. And not just be a retailer, but be a part of the community. Kind of sounds a little bit like a ukulele. I don't think this harp will hold tune any longer. This harp was made, I believe, in 1926. It was my grandmother's, and it was in our store originally back in Western Pennsylvania, which is where we're from. And I've had people want to buy this harp, but it's not for sale. This is part of our heritage. It's part of our legacy that goes back for now 103 years. And we have another item in the store. It's a Victrola, which was back in the 20s. We were dealers for the Wurlitzer Company, which is a company that made the harp. It was back then they made pipe organs for movie theaters that did silent movies. We sold the Victrolas, which was the first record player. You had to wind up just like a clock. It was invented by Thomas Edison. Which, my father retired in 1991, and the harp was his. And we hit our 100th year in business in 2006. And a gentleman found me on the internet. The internet's a wonderful thing these days because you know you're pretty much anywhere's close. And he sent me an email and asked me if I was interested in a record player. Or he said a Victrola that he got in Western Pennsylvania. And I didn't pay much attention at first, but when he told me that it was originally came from our music store, it piqued my interest, and I obtained it from him. And this was sold by my grandfather, and the year was 1927 when this instrument was produced, and it really means a lot to me. I brought it back from Western Pennsylvania, put it here in the store, and it's become a part of our legacy here at Cooper Music. Well, I'd like to express my gratitude for our time together today, for your visit to my website and your visit to our store. And I'd like to encourage you, when you're out in Atlanta and you can come down 85, you'll see, hey, there's the big piano up in the sky. And hey, that's the piano store, that guy I saw on the internet. And maybe you pull over and come on into the store. And we'll pour you a cup of coffee, and we'll you know, talk about pianos, talk about what music will do for your life and your family, and for what it can do to produce the memories in your life that make it rich, just like the memories have been rich for me. And we'll treat you just like family. You come on in and we'll have a wonderful time together. Thank you very much for visiting with us today.